Hey y'all, welcome back to the workshop. Today let's talk Knipex. More specifically, the Knipex you may not have heard of before, or you've probably heard of, but maybe you just don't see them as much as the old classic Alligator. These are the Alligator pliers, the slip joint. You don't have to push the button. The old classic, I carry these every day. I love them. They do everything. It's a channel lock style plier that just does it all. Plumbing, you can get a hold of nuts in there, bolts. It's a good one. Everybody's seen those, that and the Cobra. Here's the other one that's come up here recently, is the old twin grip pliers. Now, I gotta be honest, I just got these recently. Haven't done a lot of testing on them, but if they're anything like the old Alligators, you can't go wrong. It's got the same offset tooth pattern there, plus grippers at the end. You got one in there that's hard to get to, where you can't get your, this is a wood screw of course, not the same thing, but that's what you're trying to do. You get it out of there like that, where you've rounded off your other bolt or your big lag bolt or whatever, rounded the head off enough. If this can get it out, you've saved yourself a lot of trouble, because that's something else. Once you get them rounded ones, you got to start drilling and pulling. It's got a couple of settings. The bigger stuff. I ain't got a big enough bolt, but you see what I mean. So yeah, these are your classic Knipex stuff coming out down the pike. Here's another new one I just picked up, the old electrician shears. I can think of 1,000,001 uses besides cutting cable and wire for a set of those. I work at a lumber plant where they put the strap on the bundles of wood, and it's all up, and sometimes the ingenious people will strap up something on a machine, and you got to get in there, and this will cut it, I'm sure. Your knife, you got to get 3 or 4 good swipes. That ought to just snip right through it. But yeah, that's what I'm going to try that out for. Plus all the sundry cable cutting and stuff like that. But here's another one you may not have heard of that I use regularly. It's Knipex brand. Now yeah, it looks like nippers on the front, yeah. But what this really is an ear clamp pliers. Or crimper, I guess. And I don't know if I have one. Yeah, I do. Hang on one second. Had to go get that off the old air compressor. There's an ear clamp right there. You set your fitting in there, barb fitting in your hose. Your ear clamp is round, and it's got a little thing, and then you take it and you pop your ear down like that. Pop it down like that. Boom, set. It's just a hose clamp that you don't have to unscrew and mess with. It's kind of semi-permanent until the next time you gotta mend back your hose and cut it back and then add another one. But a little more permanent than a hose clamp with a screw. Well, I'm all over the place there. And yeah, so that's not a nipper, but it can nip some things, but not great. It's kind of dull on the edge. It's really just to crimp down that little spacer on the clamp, on the hose clamp, or ear clamp, I guess what they call them, and set it like that. You can use these to kind of pull out a light stapler, so if you got your staple in something, you need to pull it out, because it doesn't cut really. It'll grab, but it doesn't really cut. So yeah, there's one more you may have never seen from the old Knipex line. And then last but not least, let me clear some of this out of the way. Now this may be gilding the lily a little bit, but I guess if you're a fan of the Knipex, then you've got the old 8-piece C-clip pliers. What? And let me tell you, these ain't cheap stamped out pliers. These are forged just as good as the old Alligator pliers are. Every one of them a heavy duty plier. Now I don't know the price on these. I've not looked it up on anything, but I can guarantee you that's a high dollar set right here. And even the little protrusions look high forged, high quality. So yeah, you know this is a high dollar set of Knipex stamp, and there's 8 of them, and each one of them has the same detail. It's not just a handful of cheap stuff thrown together. And you got your straight edges. You got two spring loaded and 2 regular on each set, I think. Yeah, 2 springs. And then 2, these will be your interior, where you're squeezing it into side and let go. And these are for your exterior. So when you're around your shaft or wherever you're at, you come in here and open it up and then pull it off. And of course you got your offset, your 90 degrees. Same thing. Each one's got there's a springy and a non-springy, interior and exterior. So yeah, I don't know if you've seen these just out in the wild, but there's a set of them right there. I'm going to look these up, and I'll leave a link in the description. And you can check them out for yourself, see what they're. Are they worth it for C-clip pliers to get a whole Knipex 8-piece set? I guess. You know, you got guys that'll go out and jump on the snap-on truck and put some damage on that thing. I guess it just name your poison, really, right? You like the Knipex, you buy the Knipex. Yeah, so there you go. The old 8-piece set. The twin grips. The ear clamp pliers. The electrician shears. And of course the old classic. The old standby. The Alligator. Well, there you have it. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. If you did like it and subscribe. We'd love to hear your feedback. Say something in the comments. I get back to as many comments as I can, which aren't many, because, you know, I'm new at this. So if you put a comment in there, I'll say something back, most definitely. Anyway, hope you all have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your week. January's half over, and we'll keep this up as long as we can. We're all about some new stuff coming in. I got a couple of new things coming in I want to talk about, and I'm getting the hang of this, I think, finally. Anyway, enough ramble. We'll talk to you later, and thanks for watching. Jester out.